All right, friends, it's T and I'm back, man, with another video. A funny video by Greg Doucette. He says, how lean are my slave subscribers? His subscriber base. Oh, yeah. Let's just find out how lean and how good his little slaves are on his channel. I'm curious. Are they really his? Are they real? I have no idea.
And he's quite literally the only person who submitted a photo of himself at 40% body fat or higher. Almost everyone submitting photos are very lean. And so what I want to tell you is it's okay no matter what you look like to submit your photos. Coach Greg, in today's video, I'm going to go over some photos, questions from subscribers, and it's going to be like people doing poses, saying what body fat percentage they have, and me saying if I think that they're way off base, how they looked, answer your questions. So if you want to know more about what
I don't want to know.
train harder than last time, watch Coach Greg videos. She can do it. And her question...
Yes, train harder than last time. That's the ticket. And watch Coach Greg's videos. They're so important. Even though he's fake, but you gotta watch a fake dude.
And it's a very difficult one to answer is how much body fat should she have if her goal is to continue?
Jesus, how much should she really have, man? Her goals are what is to gain muscle and strength. Oh, she's gonna gain some muscle and some strength. Yeah, sure. How much fat should I sustain if my goal is to gain muscle and strength? That is just fucking stupid, man. That's just retarded. I never heard anything like that before in my life.
To gain muscle and strength. And so here's the problem.
What does fat have to do with gaining muscle or strength? Do you know what controls that strength? What controls muscle and what controls strength and what controls fat in your body? Think about it logically, intelligently, with real science, not like fake pseudo, man-made science. What controls that fat? What controls the muscle and what controls strength? Oh, you think I'm just going to train. So you think you could just go to the gym and you're going to lose fat in the gym. You're burning calories in the gym for sure. If you're doing all this cardio, you burn calories. But you could also load glycogen by going in there at the same time. Here's another thing. Depends on what you're eating. And here's another thing. As far as building muscle, well, that's really difficult because it has a domain limit. It too is controlled by something, and it's controlled by the satellite cell. It controls that domain. See what I mean? Now, strength. What controls strength? Myocytic androgen receptors control that domain. If you get more of them, then you get more force production. You get better at lifting stuff. You get more of this force production. See what I mean? If you get more nuclei, you can further that myonuclear domain size limit when it comes to muscles, but they have a ceiling limit during hypertrophic process. So they don't build no more. Now, as far as androgen receptor strength, they too can only get, that pool too can only get so big. You understand me when it comes to androgen receptors? And as far as fat, you can only lose so much fat. You can't, if you go lower than 3%, you may die. Yeah, so that's absolutely crazy. Going too low, you could actually die actually having such low body fat. And I'm not kidding. Never mind 3%, these people, these fake bodybuilders on stage. I'm talking you as a normal, natural person. If you go too low, you could die. You'll have so many issues and problems.
That number is different for everyone. I wish I could say that I've read every single research paper and 22.6%, that is how much you need. And if you go below that, you lose muscle and strength. And if you go above that, you're hunky-dory. It doesn't work like that. Every person's ideal body fat percentage is different.
It doesn't work like that. Oh, yeah, okay.
For some women, they could have no trouble gaining muscle at 18% body fat. For others, it might...
How much muscle can they gain, Greg? Can you tell us, like, I'm talking about real muscle. I'm not talking about sarcoplasmic muscle, fake hypertrophy muscles, sarcoplasmic. I'm talking about myofibrillar growth. Can you tell us exactly, can you prove to us that she could go past the newbie gain phase?
Be 28% body fat. And so for everyone, it's different. But in general, for most people, that's the average person, 25% body fat is probably going to be a deal. If you have really good genetics...
Really good genetics, 25% is extremely low. Huh. It's better than being 50, 60, 70, 80, 90.
and you're on the leaner side, you can gain muscle at a...
No, not if you have better genetics. You mean if you're on the leaner side, if you're an ectomorph, like an anorexic kid, an ectomorph, then yeah, you're pretty lean. Now you're not a mesomorph or an endomorph. They have problems.
Much lower percent, perhaps 18% body fat. But for some people at 25% body fat, it's just not enough. They were not dealt the best cards genetically. They tend to carry more body fat percentage and they have a slower metabolism.
Yeah, they're a type of body type. Yeah, it's probably a mutation through whatever the fuck we've been eating for the last couple of centuries. Who knows?
These people, it could be as high as 30% body fat. And so depending on your genetics, you have to adjust that percentage according to you. And so here...
Our genetics are getting corrupted by eating toxins and sugar all day. What do you think's happening to us over all this time that we've been doing? We've been leisuring and, enjoying this crappy food that we've been eating, this artificial diet that we've been eating. Building artificial muscles and doing a bunch of artificial things, bro.
Here's what you do. You're currently at 27% body fat. Every couple weeks, you perhaps drop 1% body fat.
This is her subscriber? I don't know. What's with this flower at the bottom? Were you scared she naked or something?
After a while, you're going to come to a point where you feel like you have less energy. If you go to the gym and you don't feel as good, you don't have as much energy, and you don't get the same...
Go to the gym. You don't have so much energy. You don't get the same... Isn't that the point, to draw out all the energy so you could start burning fat, really? I mean, that's kind of like your idea, isn't it, Greg?
Pumps and you're not getting stronger, then you have to stop dieting and eat...
If you're getting pumps and you're not getting stronger, you need to be dieting what?
More. You then eat at maintenance and you main gain.
You eat more and then you eat at maintenance and then you main gain. Never heard of this main gain anywhere in science. What's the main gain?
So whatever that percentage is, that is where you should maintain.
What are you main gaining exactly? Why are you making up stuff?
You will notice...
Do you have any proof, like science, something, whatever? Can you prove what you said?
This. Remember, lose the weight slower than last time. The slower you lose weight, the easier it is to put on muscle and strength.
The slower you lose weight, you got to do all these things. The easier it is to put on muscle and strength. Here's the thing, man. If you go on your natural diet, which is a carnivore diet, a mostly raw carnivore diet, if you could manage that even. So yeah, carnivore diet, all of this stuff will go away and you'll get stronger and you'll get healthier and you'll be better. And you won't want to go to the gym and accelerate aging and accelerate your heartbeats and become an endurance athlete and build sarcoplasmic fake muscles. You won't do that. See what I mean? Yeah.
If you try to lose 1% body fat...
You wouldn't want to do that.
...per week by going in a massive calorie deficit, you're probably going to lose energy.
You don't have to go on a massive calorie deficit. You just have to go on a high protein nutrient diet, a high micronutrient diet, which is animal meat. It's the best. You could add some fat in there too. High fat, protein, whatever, animal, whatever, nutrient diet.
Even at 26% body fat. But if you slowly, over the course of several months, slowly lose body fat, you will be able to put on muscle and feel strong and not struggle with your diet.
That's a bunch of baloney, but whatever.
Next, we have Leon. He's only 25 years of age, and I'm more body fat or less than...
Another lifting slave. Great. All right.
Glutes, probably closer to 5% body fat or less. To see those crazy striated glutes, very difficult as a natural bodybuilder. My suggestion, don't worry about it. Get as lean as you can while feeling good, while having energy, and don't
Why do all these people have to get so lean, unnaturally lean, Greg? Because it's cosmetic, right? Cosmetic look. Is that what you're promoting? I don't really get it.
Or diet. If you continue to diet down, you get down to 6%, you don't have striated glutes.
Why do they have to get down to 6%, striated glutes and all this stuff? These people are not fake bodybuilders in fake competitions taking drugs and doing weird shit. These are just normal people out in the natural world. They're not wearing cosmetics on their face. They're natural. Their face is natural. They didn't use makeup. They didn't use anything, get it? They didn't inject themselves with anything or take some fake tablet or something, magic beans, potion, whatever, bro. What are you talking about?
Diet to 5, then down to 4.5%. You might in fact lose a ton of muscle. He wants to compete at about...
You will lose a ton of muscle if you start dieting too hard. You'll lose that sarcoplasmic muscle, that little puffy look you got, the little puffy fake gains that you've got. They're artificial gains that you got, sarcoplasmic artificial muscle gains.
66 kilograms. If you overdiet, he might end up at 60 kilograms, maybe even less. And if you do in fact have lower...
He'll get really skinny because it's an energy source. He needs an anabolic to cut down and keep the energy source in there. That's the whole point. Dry out dry out the triglyceride in the fat cells, and then keep that sarcoplasmic in there. The only way to do that. It's really difficult as a natural. The really way to do that, the best way, without losing all those fake gains, is taking an anabolic. That's what they do. I'm not talking about androgens, anabolics. Yeah.
Levels of testosterone from over dieting. You can, of course, pick up G tests or 3 tests.
You can get these fake products, these G tests and creatines and all that. Will build you some more phony muscles. So amazing, see?
Click the link in the description, code Greg, give you 10% off. This can make
great temporary artificial muscles. Yeah, you'll be happy if you get some of those, wouldn't you?
a dramatic difference, increase testosterone by 200 to 400 nanograms per day.
Oh, it's going to increase testosterone. Never heard of a test booster that ever worked increasing testosterone. But okay, whatever you say.
And so his question is, as a natural lifter, can I build muscle effectively?
I love this one. As a natural lifter, can I build muscle effectively in off-season while keeping a low body fat? Well, I suggest you keep your body fat low. Don't put on any fat. And if you want to build those muscles, well, they reach the myonuclear domain size limit. You understand me? They have an MND size limit. They reach the ceiling limit during hypertrophic process. But anyway, you could build sarcoplasmic muscles. Yeah, you can build it. They're easy. They're based on eating a lot of, the best source is complex carbs. The more complex carbs you eat, you go into the gym, you're an endurance athlete. You'll be able to load more of this glycogen in the muscle, creating more fake artificial muscle growth called sarcoplasmic hypertrophy muscles, since you can't bypass MND size limit.
In the off season, while keeping low in the off season, I don't 10% body fat. And so
see, muscles are post-mitotic. They don't split, divide, and increase in number. They're post-mitotic. They don't split, divide, increase in number. So how the fuck could you build muscle? How does muscle get built? How do you build it? Does he even explain this to you? Does he really explain it to you? Or I just lift a weight and a weight builds it magically? Or take this magic potion or take this magic pill, drink and everything, or whatever he's got there. And that is going to build a muscle. I know. Just eat a protein and it'll build a muscle. Do this training and it'll build a muscle. You think any of those things build muscle? You think that's how it really works, do ya? Uh-huh.
If you're at 10, I think you have a good chance of continuing to build muscle at 10%. But not everyone can do that. Many people, if they were to diet to get it...
So at 10%, he has good chances of building muscle. Everybody does. Just eat shitloads of bowls of potatoes. And you will build a lot more of this artificial sarcoplasmic muscles. And I'm not kidding, man. Yeah, I'm serious about this. You can build that. Sorry, I had to get something here. Dropped something. But yeah, man. Yeah, I'm not joking, man. You could do it.
As lean as you, they would feel like garbage. They have no energy. And so depending on your genetics, your metabolism, how much body fat your body wants you to have, that is ultimately going to decide whether or not you can put on muscle when you're lean in your off-season prepping for a bodybuilding competition. Up next, we have a 40-year-old Jessica who works out at home. She first started by doing a year of cardio, then added in a year of weights. And so not much experience in the gym. She self-assessed herself at 23% body fat, and I think she's bang on. She states herself that her upper body is a lot leaner than her lower body, and she wants to know...
She looks like a regular lady. Okay.
How can you adjust this? Is there anything you can do to make up for that? And so she answered her own question.
She looks pretty good to me. She looks like a natural woman. Okay.
You cannot spot reduce. You can't arbitrarily say, I want to...
You can't spot reduce? I don't know about that. I think you can.
Lose fat in my hips. I want to lose fat in my quads.
Want to know how to do it? Carnivore diet. That's how you spot reduce. See you later.
It doesn't work like that. And for the most part...
It does work like that.
This is very, very common. A lot of build wider shoulders, bigger arms, and give you the illusion of having an hourglass physique. The more you develop your shoulders, the smaller your waist is going to look. And so if you have a wide waist, big belly, if you develop wider shoulders...
Yeah, that's kind of how you're going to develop them if you were born that way. You're going to get them out of the air, create them out of the air, Greg. I know. You're gonna put some of that glycogen in there and create them. That's how. All right.
Your waist is naturally going to look smaller. And so I'm sorry to say, unless you continue to drop body fat, your legs are not going to get leaner. You might get down to 18% body fat, which is in fact your goal, of which I think you can do. And so please try to be submitting these photos or watching Coach Ray. And I don't suggest you try.
You know, these people look average, if anything. How lean are my subscribers? These are his subscribers. Why would they send him these photos?
to do that quickly. Because if you don't, I have to say this is an amazing physique. Of course it is. And so what body fat percentage do you think he's going to say he is?
Amazing physique, of course it is. It's an ectomorph physique. All of these pictures that you just seen here practically are all ectomorphs. They're all ectomorphs. I have yet to see a mesomorph or an endomorph. See what I mean? Show them on your channel and explain how much weight they should lose and everything. The only guy he ever shows is Bradley, that fat dude. He shows him all the time on his channel, which I don't get it. And I don't know, he hasn't, but he doesn't have him here. Should add him on here. Maybe the subscribe count might go down.
Use your logic. What have I said? Between 10, 12% at the absolute most. He has amazing quads, great.
His percent looks pretty low, man. It looks like he's around 12 or 10% or something.
Abdominals. The guy looks like a men's physique competitor. Looks like he could go on a diet 6 weeks, step on stage, possibly win a bodybuilding competition. And so the question is, he has scoliosis. That's the curvature of the spine this way. Scoliosis is when it's bent this way. And so instead of your spine being like this,
yes, we know kyphosis, scoliosis.
It's bent out to the side. And so his rehab specialists, remember, these are trained. This and the weight is on your back, it can compress. So I do believe the bench press should be relatively safe, but there are perhaps some other
Okay.
Make these suggestions. Say, do you think it would be still dangerous if I did a set with a very light weight and focused on the time under tension? Perhaps did a set for 60 to 90 seconds and went slower than last time on the descent? And if that's not okay, is there a different form of a squat? Could he do a goblet squat? Could he do a Bulgarian squat? Are there other forms of the squat that can give you additional benefits than simply saying, I can't do squats of any kind? So please do your research, talk to your rehab therapist, and find...
Yes, sir. I'm on it right away, man. All right. Thank you, Greg. I gotta go. Tell me what you think about that. Like, subscribe, support the channel. Lifting slaves. How lean are my lifting slaves? Subscribers. See you in the next one. They looked average above. I don't know what the. I just don't get it, man. They're so average. Where are your steroid users and stuff? Why don't you post them? Your steroid friends, whatever, subscribers, something. Don't you have steroid subscribers? Or why would everybody watch a fake bodybuilder, 2.5 million? If all of you are all really natural, why are you watching this guy? In what way can he help you to be looking like him? Never. You need to take the same drugs he did. See you in the next one. Ciao, friends.